Test one. There we go. All right, welcome to the High School Band Winter Concert 2020. We very excited to put on the show for you, and thank you guys for coming out tonight. I know the weather's not too bad, so I don't have to thank you for coming out and braving the horrible weather. But it's very exciting to have you guys here and seeing this many people at our concert. Back in the school year, we polled these guys, and one of the things they wanted to do was cover a few more nationalities and learn music from some different places. So the first piece you heard was a British style march. Hopefully you catch on to that. The next thing we're going to do is break into some Scottish folk tunes. The second one you probably heard, La Clamone. The other two I hadn't even heard of, so we had to look them up and listen to them in class. But I hope you enjoy 3 Scottish folk songs. There it is. A national part of our program, they're going from Great Britain to Scotland and back to America for some folk tunes. We'll head up to the next part of our program. But first, I do know I have some band parents on the boosters in the crowd. We know the Florida trip's coming up. Some of you probably noticed you were watching the slideshow from the 2017 trip that we went on. Everybody who goes on this year's trip will get a copy of their slideshow. And that, you may have noticed there were a lot of the same pictures of kids. They had the opportunity to download an app, which they took pictures while they were there, upload them to a server, and then I got to go through it and determine which ones were appropriate or not. I think we only had to delete 2 or 3. But for the most part, they were pretty good. That slideshow was entirely created by the students on the trip. I think only the seniors on stage were part of that slideshow. So looking forward to next year doing the Florida trip, but of course I know money is always the problem and the key to getting this done. So I think a lot of the students took home letters. I think we've updated the webpage, and I had some more up here in the front of the stage, and I believe my boosters have volunteered to come down and answer questions for you. They deal with all the money. I think as of earlier this week, we had 31 people out of 120 possible that had deposited money. So I was a little worried, and I mentioned it in class. I think as of today, my boosters told me there's around 60 plus a bunch they just grabbed out of the can today. So it looks like we're good to go. We have plenty of people to go on the trip, but hopefully if you're still on the fence, you reconsider. As you can tell by the pictures, it's a pretty fun week, even though we're pretty sick of each other by Thursday and that bus ride home, but it's still, if you talk to him, you get a lot of memories from that. The next piece, when I invite Joey McKee out here on the apron to join me. This is Lest We Forget, a patriotic piece, pretty, the key to this piece though, is he back there behind me somewhere? Is he still hiding? Is Joey? Well, there he is. He's going to be reading a poem over top of what we're playing, and it's based on the American flag. So while we're playing, giving you to Joey while he's speaking, and we'll give you Lest We Forget.
America's finest hours. My finest hour comes when I am torn in strips to be used as bandages for my wounded comrades on the field of battle. When I fly at half-mast to honor my soldiers. When I hear the sounds of the bugle, and when I lie in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the gravesite of their son or daughter. I am proud. My name is Old Glory. Dear God, long may I wait.
Believe it or not, Miss Heitkamp can talk. She just refuses to do it for you guys for some reason, I don't know why. Real quick, I'd like to point your attention to the back of your program, if you wouldn't mind. March 13th, 14th is OMEA Large Group. We compete in that every year. We are also hosting choir again. So if you have middle school children that have helped out in the past, we are looking for help on that weekend, hosting about 15 choirs here, approximately 900 students from our district will be here performing on this stage in the choir realm. So that's 13th and 14th. We do not have a date for these guys yet, but it'll either be Friday night or Saturday morning. March 23rd and 24th is the Trumbull County Honor Band. A lot of these kids have participated in that in the past. That is a Tuesday night concert on the 24th. And then looking ahead to May 21st, the end of the year, band, banquet, spring concert, whatever you'd like to call it. There are more performances, graduations on there, but we only left those 3 there to keep you up to date. So, up to this point, we've been playing all this nice, pretty stuff. All these folk tunes, Polly Oliver and Walk Lamone. This, as a teacher, I'm always told to keep kids in their comfort zone and make them happy and make sure. But this song, I forced them out of their comfort zone. We're going to do a little singing for you. Back in my old days when I used to teach choir around here. We're going to see how well they pull this off. This one is not pretty. This is meant to be a little bit creepy, so if that's on purpose, I promise. But then we'll hopefully get the creepy singing in the end, and you enjoy distant voices.
Yes, I do speak, and the kids will probably tell you, if you ask them, I speak way too much in class, or anytime they find me, so, trust me, I tell you. The last piece we are going to play tonight, oh my gosh, I still have one more. I will be back. See, I'm just trying to talk a little bit more.
Sure. Alright, so going to hopefully Distant Voices to get a little bit of everything in there for you. A little bit different piece, kind of fun. We joked that you stop laughing if you're watching singing to be alright. Wasn't that bad. The next one, going back to the nice big pretty piece, Rhythm of the Wind. Just your standard big chorale, lots of big loud noises and pretty stuff going on. So our next to last piece in a second, Rhythm of the Wind. now Miss I came for the last one. Once again, thank you for coming out tonight. It was fun to practice this stuff, fun to be a part of the class. Wish you weren't in block scheduling so we could do this every day. I know Mr. Captain's out there. But a lot of fun, thanks for coming. Please, I know like I said, Tanya, who's up there? Patty? Stephanie, who's up there? Over there. They'll be up here in the front to take any questions you have. Florida letters over here. You can ask me or Miss Highcamp anything you need to. At every concert, we try to do something that every kid should know. This is one of those pieces you'll hear in cartoons and movies all the time. You'll recognize it, but you have no idea what you were listening to. Modest Mussorgsky wrote an entire symphony based on pictures. Walking through an art museum, you'd see different pictures. And this is a gate in the Ukraine, right? Called the Great Gate of Kiev, and he wrote this piece of music based on it. And he said, you will recognize it, but now hopefully when you hear it, you can sound like the smart person in the room and say, ah, that's Modest Mussorgsky's Great Gate of Kiev. I've heard that before. So we're going to end our concert with Great Gate of Kiev.